So, the day has finally come when the most talked about interview of the year, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry on Oprah Winfrey, came out. We've already had a chance to watch it, and we've gathered for you the most interesting and meaningful quotes below. I grew up knowing nothing about the royal family, so I was naive. No, I didn't study the BCS on purpose, I didn't feel like I had to. Meghan commented on rumors that she brought Kate, Duchess of Cambridge, to tears during her wedding preparations during the bridesmaid dress discussion phase. The opposite happened. It had been a rough week, and Kate was upset about something. But she apologized and sent me flowers. Kate is a good person. I wonder if the palace prevented her from defending me. Yes, the conflict had to do with the bridesmaids' dresses, and Meghan did cry. She was shocked when it came out before the wedding in the press. The media tends to make a person either a hero or a villain. But if you love me, you shouldn't hate Kate, and if you love her, there's no point in hating me. 3 days before the famous wedding, Meghan and Harry were secretly married, exchanging wedding vows in the backyard. I've always valued independence and taught women to assert their rights. Ironic that for 4 years I stayed silent. Were you silent or were you silenced? Oprah clarifies. The latter. I did everything they told me to do. Oprah asked Meghan for an interview even before she married Harry, but Meghan was explicitly told to answer anything about Harry, no comment. Markle responded then, maybe sometime later, and the moment has arrived. Later in the interview, Meghan notes that there was no protocol about little things a la how to sit, stand or cross her legs. At the first meeting, Meghan was surprised that it was necessary to curtsy in front of the Queen. The Queen was nice to me. During our first outing together, we were driving in the car to meetings and she gave me a lovely set of pearl earrings and necklace. Also in the car, the Queen covers her knees with a plaid, so she covered me with a plaid and I felt so warm. She reminded me of my grandmother. At first, Harry was flattered by how warmly his family received Meghan. But the tour to Australia changed everything. They saw how great Meghan was with people, and it brought back memories. Harry was referring to Princess Diana, for whom the famous tour to Australia was also fateful. The second child is a girl. Our family is complete now. A boy and a girl. What more could you want? Says Harry, confirming that he and Meghan will have no more children. There are 4 of us and 4 dogs, that's it. Meghan says her son Archie wasn't planned to be given a title or even security. They didn't want him to become a prince and planned to break protocol. When he was born, there were discussions about how dark Archie's skin color would turn out. Oprah specifies who in the British royal family commented on skin color. Meghan declines to answer so as not to do too much damage to the family. I'm not comfortable sharing such details, Harry clarified, adding that the subject shocked him and that it was brought up at the beginning of his and Meghan's relationship. At one point Meghan thought about killing herself. I was ashamed, and ashamed to admit it to Harry. But I knew that if I didn't tell him, I would really do it. It was so frighteningly clear. This was the way out of all problems for me and everyone around me. Meghan confessed to her husband before a social outing at the Albert Hall in January 2016. He said to me then, "No, I don't think you should go. Don't leave me alone." The photos from that night show Harry clutching my hand, despite the wide smiles. We both held on as tightly as we could. The moment prompted Harry to have a frank conversation with his family. This is not going to end well. 70 women members of parliament have publicly condemned racist remarks, colonial overtones, about Meghan in the British press, Harry says. But no one in my family has ever said anything. It hurts. But, of course, I understand the situation of my relatives and know how afraid they are of what the tabloids will write about them. Would you have left if it wasn't for Meghan? Oprah asks. I don't think so. I've been living trapped without knowing it. Like my father and my brother. They live trapped, too, but they don't want to leave. I have a lot of empathy for them. When asked by Oprah if Meg's site was planned for her benefit, Meghan replies, "No, come on, that's absurd. I gave up everything for Harry." In becoming a member of the BCS, in addition to her career, Meghan has effectively lost her identity as in prison. She has even lost her passport, driver's license, and car keys. Meghan had the recklessness to believe when the royal family promised to protect her. But that didn't happen. Did you leave because you asked for help but didn't get it? Yeah, basically, Harry, but we didn't leave the family. Prince Charles does not pick up the phone when Harry calls him. Before leaving the royal family, Harry had 3 conversations with the Queen and 2 with his father, after which Charles asked him to switch to letters, which Harry did. It's all very sad, but I had to see it through for my own peace of mind and Meghan's and Archie's health. I can see where this is going. Why isn't your father talking to you? Because I took matters into my own hands. In time, Harry hopes to regain intimacy with William as well. Time heals. Contracts with Netflix and Spotify were not in the couple's plans, but after the British royal family cut off funding, there was no way out. I was cut off from the money in the first half of 2020, but there's some of my mom's inheritance, Harry answers when asked about the funds he uses to provide security for the family. We didn't really think about the money, in advance, he also admits. Mom would have anticipated what happened to us, the prince adds. She would have been upset and angry, but in the end she would have wanted us to be happy. By the way, Meghan said she and Harry would like to remain working members of the royal family, but not seniors. There are precedents, she hinted vaguely, obviously referring to Michael of Kent, Princess Beatrice, Eugenie. They can represent the crown, but they can also do a lot of other things, they're not as controlled. Finally, a sweet remark from Harry, he's proud of Meghan, Meghan saved him, and all of us. And Meg says Harry saved her. All this is just the beginning of the couple's new life in America, and this is more than any fairy tale you've ever read. British tabloids are in for a day of high sales.